What is up, guys? How we doing? Live from, well, actually New Hampshire, not necessarily Maine, but up here in the Northeast. All these places are real close. I was at the Maine event today. What a cool event. Now this is what riders and amateur riders should strive for, something like this. This reminds me of what Loretta Lynn's used to be before it became this giant money pit. And I'll tell you what, there is some talent up here in the Northeast. There's a lot of fast dudes out there. This track it's national caliber, and I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. I'm going to try and do a live reaction show. I've got Jake from Alias. He's got his camper out there. We're going to set up and try to bring you a live show right after the second motos. I don't know how the Wi-Fi is going to go out there, but I'm going to give it a try, and if not, I'll come back and do something for you guys later on. We're in for a surprise, I think, in Ironman. I saw some stuff at press day that really got my attention. And remember, guys, subscribe to the channel. That's how they judge us on here, and the more subscriptions I get, the less they can mess with me.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
But I don't blame them, I blame you! You have to do better!
All right, before I get too far into this, so I told you guys a while ago about Steve Mattress putting in a janky fake copyright claim to try and get my video taken down. He did. It's back up. Of course, I won the dispute, but what it did is take that video down for about 2 weeks. So I'm going to double down on it. It's reposted. It's pinned on the front page. It'll be the suggested video at the end of here. I want everybody to see it. It shows how two-faced this guy is, how he was trying to be Lucas Myrtle's friend and then meanwhile burying him and back-channeling. That's why he was so upset. That's why he had it taken down. It had nothing to do with copyright. I followed completely within the Fair Use Act and how you use videos. I knew it. He knew it, but he figured he'd give it a try because he's a dick. But I got some more stuff from him. He's actually defends Wasserman. Yeah, believe it or not, he's defending Wasserman and people involved with Epstein. Seriously, I can't make this up. I'll play it for you in a second. But first, I want to talk about Eli Tomac. Now, I've seen this before on press day and gotten all excited and not seen that greatness. But he was one of the first guys hitting this big triple right before the rollers and then the finish section at Ironman. I haven't seen him be the guy to first send something in a while. And this is a pretty big jump, and the way he hit it, he looked comfortable. Now, I'm not saying he's going to go out there and win, but I think we might see Eli Tomac up on the podium. And the other guy that looked really good was Jorge Prado. And with all this championship pressure on both Lawrence brothers, it's really only on Hunter because Jet knows he could win if he wants to, but I truly believe he is going to let Hunter win the first moto, and then he's going to come out and win the second moto and win the championship. So it looks like he did everything he could to win it, but he's going to come up just a little bit short and finally get Big Brother that title. But while they're doing their shenanigans, watch for Prado. He might be the guy that sneaks in there and gets a win, depending on how hot it is. He has shown a tendency to fade, but it's a good sign that he's riding press day. That tells me he's got a lot of energy. He knows it's the final round. He can empty the tank and he gets next weekend off. So let's see what Jorge Prado does. He might finish this series with a win. I know Deegan really wants that elusive moto win, especially to shut up some of these people that are talking about him after the donations. And that's the Mattress clip that I have right now, is talking about, man, they used this to smear, absolutely smear and destroy Hayden Deegan, protects people on the Epstein list. Like I said, here you go.
The Wasserman Group, it's called The Team.
Something like that. Yeah. You want to talk about Epstein files? What does that got to do with anything with Casey Wasserman? Do you think this affects the Lawrence brothers?
I mean, not just the Lawrence brothers. You know, there's others that this could possibly affect too. But
By having his name in there, you're insinuating that he's done something wrong?
No. We're not insinuating he did something wrong. I'm guaranteeing you he did something wrong. Did you see the emails, you fat fuck? I'm sorry. He got Ozempic. He's not fat anymore. You dumbass. He's clearly done. If he's sexting with Ghislaine Maxwell, of course he's involved in some dirty, rotten stuff. Have you looked into Casey Wasserman at all? Not only is he part of the Epstein list, he's caught sexting. He's caught doing other stuff with, like, the dude has got a list. He's not a good person. And as far as implying the Lawrences, does that affect them? Yeah. You remember the Met Gala with all these creeps that they drag Jet to? So yeah, it definitely affects the Lawrences. As to how far they're involved, I don't know. But when you're known and you get associated like somebody like Casey Wasserman is proven to be, not alleged, not just flying on the plane, what he's proven to be a complete scumbag and part of this Epstein class 1000%, when you're seen with him at one of these galas, yeah, people are going to talk.
We'd be fucking crucifying a lot of people, man. To even say somebody...
To say they're evil and we're going to crucify a lot of people, there's a lot of evil people that we've just found out about. If you've gone through, and I unfortunately have, and I feel like it's scarred me, is I've seen what happened with the Epstein files and just what was released. It's not good, man. Honestly, it's hard for me to believe human beings will do this to other human beings.
Oh, are there any Epstein files? Like, would you like that if you did absolutely nothing wrong, but because you were associated with somebody, you've obviously become this evil person? Like, it's so stupid. It's so political, right? It's just turned into this garbage political stunt on both sides.
Whenever somebody defends a sex offender or somebody who's clearly associated and been involved in sexual acts with a sex offender, which that's what Wasserman, I don't think there's any proof that he did anything with children, or he wasn't like Robin Leach who buried someone in the desert. The people who tend to defend others like that might have some skeletons in the closet. Now, the way that this douchebag's talking, I'm going to go ahead and say this guy's probably got some shady stuff in his past. I'd like to look into Mattress a little bit closer and see what he's been getting into, because it sounds like he's okay with this. Next up is his take on the Desnations and Deegan. And he brought on Paul Parabenos. And Paul Parabenos from Renthal. I like Paul. He's okay. He gets a little hot-headed sometimes, but so do I. I wouldn't hold that against him. He's very knowledgeable about the sport. He cares about the sport. But they're kind of talking out both sides of their mouth here. And while I truly believe Paul really cares about the donations, he cares about this race, this country, he's like he's got good intentions. Mathis, on the other hand, doesn't give a crap. He's just using this to trash Hayden Deegan, someone who he has a personal vendetta against.
Zacho called it an embarrassment earlier this call.
We cannot seem to send our best team. We need to force some sort of change in front. MXGP, whatever the fuck they are.
In front.
Yeah, they need to fix the situation, and they won't unless USA takes a stand. So I've said this before, the race should be every 2 years. Team USA should come out. Anna?
Did you catch that? He said the race should be every 2 years. I wonder who brought that to their attention. I even had this conversation with Davey Coombs back when we were in speaking terms, and he wrote it in Racerhead. I'm sure it's out there. You can find it. I think the race should be every 2 years, every 4 years, not every single year. It's too much. And yes, the promoter needs to kick into these teams. And that's exactly what they're saying. And I totally agree with everything they're saying right here.
Unless USA takes a stand. So I've said this before, the race should be every 2 years. Team USA should come out Anaheim 1. So next year, come out Anaheim 1 and say USA will not be participating in MX Nations this year. And see what happens for the next 4, 5, 6 months.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yep.
Because I think that will force In Front to do something to save their event. Deegan asking for money is bullshit.
Yeah. One of us has been calling for that for years. The USA needs to sit out. Just sit out. Let them have this event. It's a glorified GP with a weird scoring format if the USA is not there. And I know that sounds arrogant, but it is. You guys love getting us over there and kicking our ass, or every once in a while we win. But either way, that's what makes it so fun. It's just another GP, if not. And this is where I don't side with Paul Parabenos. They've taken this opportunity, and I don't know if he's just mad at Deegan or he doesn't like Deegan, but Deegan's the first one to take a stand. For whatever the reason, he decided not to go, which they don't know. At one point, Paul says it's because he's afraid of getting beat, and Steve's like, no, he's been beat all year. I'm like, he's not scared of getting beat. He just doesn't want to go work for free. And if they can't even cover expenses, why would he do that? He's got a race the next week at World Supercross, paying him $100,000 in start money, according to Mathis. Yeah, I'm going to stay fresh for that one. They're paying me $100,000. You're asking me to pay money to go do this event? Yeah, I'm out.
To save their event. Deegan asking for money is bullshit. That's a bullshit little bitch move.
And then out of nowhere, Star needs $25K. They've never charged the team before, but Star needs $25K a bike.
Yeah, but that's
okay.
bullshit, Steve.
No, but I'm saying
that's
why?
covering up for their rider that doesn't want to go. That's all bullshit.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, what?
This is a little kid in the 450 class that's dictating what a bunch of men are doing. That's all this is.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's going to UK the next week.
He clearly doesn't want to go.
Right.
He clearly doesn't want to go. He'll get fucking smoked, by the way, if he goes. Kate Wolf and Hurlings will fucking destroy him. But, like, he doesn't want to go.
Yeah.
That's the reason. If he would be going. Like, there's no discussion around this. You have a short career in the sport. You need to go make your money. But the bullshit around saying I need money or saying the team needs money for this event all boils down to him not wanting to go, in my opinion.
Yep.
I think it's because he's scared he'll get beat.
He's been beat all year, so I don't know if that's it. But
So the first part of the conversation, they describe how the promoter needs to pay the riders, but yet the one rider who has balls enough to stand up to him is a piece of shit. Which one is it? You can't have both. They're literally saying we shouldn't go. And then when Deegan does that, they call him out for it. Literally within just a few seconds. I don't quite understand the argument Paul's trying to make here. It's pretty stupid.
here, so I don't know if that's it. But it's more than that. It's more budget. Everything's more expensive.
And then Steve's talking about how the teams have to spend more with SMX. They do. It's 3 extra rounds, and I know the way they do the schedule. They said Monster Cup counts for 1, then they added 1, and they took away a national. But it's a series that matters at the end of the year. The East-West, they all come out. It's a big expense for these teams, and it adds a lot of time and a lot of pressure. Off-season races like Monster Cup do not have that kind of a pressure. Teams don't have to go do them. They're at their own leisure. SMX is not. They have to go do these. Different. Apples and oranges. You can't say that.
And the teams are like, we don't have the money for that.
Like Yamaha, Deegan's a bitch. I mean, I used to be a big Deegan guy, but he's so fake. He's all pro-America.
He is pro-America. What's more American than standing up to the man and demanding fair pay for fair work? That's about as American as you could possibly get. That is the farthest thing from communism. What Steve, who's probably a communist, I can't say for sure, but he's just not a good person. He goes for whatever, whenever, but he wants these guys to go race for free, put their careers on the line, pay, because some promoters want them to.
That shit. Where's all the pride, like USA pride and everyone when MX Nation comes around? He's like a good business, but like a bajillionaire. He's building like a big old mansion, like he has all the shit. You know that Deegan's got money for days. Like,
no.
If they really want.
And this caller is talking about how much money Deegan has. Who cares? That's none of your business. That's not my business. That's not your business. This dude puts in so much work to get where he's been. And this has been since he was a little kid. He works so hard and he puts his life on the line every single weekend to get that money. So he deserves every penny. And you're trying to tell me now he owes it to his country to spend his own money to go make these promoters $8 million every single time? Nah. No. That doesn't work for me. And that's just, and I think probably, I don't know why Mathis is so upset. I don't know why. I don't know if there's a rift between Coombs and his MXGP partner in last year's event, I believe in front. I don't know if there's a beef and they're, the split wasn't what they wanted and now they're putting, trashing the event or demanding money and doing these certain things. It's interesting. I'm going to watch this play out.
But I don't blame them, I blame you!
This is a lot more than what we're seeing on the surface. The split between In Front and MX Sports not protecting each other. But I'll tell you what, MX Sports better pay attention, because if the riders can get together to demand money from the Motocross of Nations, you bet your ass they'll eventually do it for SMX. So yeah, I'm cheering for it. Deegan, American hero.
To go, they could do it, no problem, not blink an eye.
What I see on the social is like, Diggs can't go. The team wants money. The team wants money. Like, they'll warp it however, Deegan tells them to warp it, And
What? Star isn't going because they don't want to spend the money. Yes, I'm sure Deegan could probably coax them into going. But if I'm a team owner and I don't want to spend that money, my star rider isn't making me spend that money. Or maybe he came to me and said, hey, listen, we're not going to spend this money, but hey, can you give me extra, or make sure you give me the bike for World Supercross? You are cashing in a favor with your own team and still, one way or the other, costing yourself money if you let that team pay. If you let that team pay $50,000 to send you and Jacob over there to represent and make money from these promoters, that's $50,000 that's not available in salary, team expenses, and everything you have next year. So yeah, it all matters. This is such a short-sighted argument by Mathis.
I have to say, Deegan used this a few times on social that he's representing the USA every single weekend. It's fucking laughable. It's laughable that he somehow thinks a national series is representing the USA.
I don't even know where to go with this one. This one's hilarious. They've been telling us it's the SMX World Championship for 4 years now, and He's representing the United States in the SMX World Championship. And then now their homer guy, Matthes, is calling it a national series. Dude, the hypocrisy knows no ends with these people. They say one thing, and within just a couple minutes, they'll say the complete opposite with confidence. It's wild. Anyway, we're going to know at this time tomorrow who our 2026 outdoor champions are. I think it's going to be Cole Davies and Hunter Lawrence, and it's only going to be Hunter because Jet lets him. But remember, guys, check out the sponsors, Nano-tech. They got this sweet setup here at the main event. You got Alias with their new gear out there. Boy, the gear is awesome, and so many people are repping it out here. Alias is definitely the gear to have in the Northeast. Precision Transport, best shipping company out there. They're from the main event. Check it out. I hope you enjoy. And I'll have more at the end of this weekend because I'm having fun at this event. It's pretty cool.
It's under my skin. I'm burning within.
All right, so you broke down, paid the AMA, you go ride?
Yeah, that's it. Paid AMA to practice.